Alright guys, it's Kieran from Red Dell Weekly. We're here. We're back live on the channel right now. Hopefully everything's working okay. As you can see, I'm back home right now. The familiar surroundings really for you guys who have watched the channel for a decent while now. You'll know this background very, very well. But we're back home and we've got a win away from home in the Premier League. A 3-1 victory at West Ham. Yet another comeback from Manchester United. They've got to stop doing this to us. They really, really have got to stop doing this to us. A first half horror show really from Manchester United, which saw West Ham completely dominate the game, and really they should have gone in, a few more goals up to the good, but they didn't, and that was so important in the end. And I think Gary Neville said it on commentary. I was watching the Sky coverage. He said it on commentary. The fact we were only 1-0 down at half time was something to celebrate, and it turns out it was. It turns out the fact we were only 1-0 down really helped us in the end. I think West Ham fans will be kicking themselves because they know that, they know that if they should have taken more the chances they got in the first half, because in the second half they didn't really create that much, and in a kind of crazy 10-15 minutes like we're accustomed to with Manchester United, we turned the game around straight away. Goals from Pogba, Greenwood and Bruno Fernandes made it 3-1 and just completely turned the game on its head, where realistically we didn't deserve to win that game, but we won it 3-1. It's such a weird situation. But thanks to everyone for watching. Really appreciate who's come in. Hader, thanks for joining. Says United like to make comebacks. You're damn right, Hader. You're damn right. KSI, thanks for joining. Owen's joined as well. Yeah, Owen's actually right next to me as well. As Daz says, you're back now as well. Owen, he won't need to join the call now. He can just join you in the room. Exactly. He's right next to me as well. You can't see him, but you'll probably be able to hear him. So there you go. Kobe, thanks for joining us as the Comeback Kings. I know, man. I know. Listen, as I said, they've got to stop putting us through this. It's like the 5th away game in a row where we've gone 1-0 down and come back. I'd rather just a comfortable 3-0 victory. Is that too much to ask, really? But listen, however we get the win, it doesn't really matter as long as we get it. And today was a very exciting game for the fans, really, especially in the second half. And some brilliant goals. Paul Pogba getting his first Premier League goal of the season with an unbelievable strike from about 30-35 yards out. First time, Bruno Fernandes assist as well. You couldn't really get better than that. RB Comms, thanks for joining as well. Appreciate it. Message. Hey mate, how are you doing, RB Comms? Make sure to check out RB Comms as well. And make sure to check out Dazzle's Football Stand if you haven't already. But who would you guys say was man of the match? For me, I would give it to Bruno Fernandes because of the way he came on and changed the game. Rashford as well was definitely a candidate. I think he got man of the match given to him by the Sky Sports pundits. But I think Rashford, he could have had a few more goals. Rashford could have potentially had a hat-trick if he took all of his chances, especially that one which came off the post when Bruno Fernandes put him clean through. I think he should have done better with that, but the goal he scored was superb as well, lifting it over Fabianski. Such a cool finish from him. And yeah, we hope for more. We hope for more from Marcus Rashford. We want more consistency from him because we know he can be clinical like that. And actually, looking at Rashford's recent performances, he seems a lot better when he comes off the bench. When he starts in games, he doesn't seem to be as lethal. But actually, when he comes off the bench, he usually does a very good job for us. So maybe that's the right way to go. Adam, thanks for joining. Graham as well, thanks for joining. Where am I? I'm at home right now. As you can see, I'm not in my uni accommodation. I'm at home right now. That's why you can see all the mess. And if you go back to previous videos, videos before September, you will see this background. So this is why I've got this background. It's not because I live in my own house, whatever. I'm back home, and it is what it is, isn't it? Graham, thanks for joining us. Ollie can't keep riding luck. See the way Chelsea are blowing teams away. They're looking like a real team this season. Yeah, as I said, Ollie was quite lucky today. I think he brought off Cavani and he brought off Martial at half-time, and I thought, no, he brought off Cavani and he brought off Van der Beek at half-time, and I wasn't sure about the Cavani one, to be honest. I really wasn't sure about the Cavani substitution. It's come out afterwards that Cavani was brought off because he was injured, so that's fair play. You can't really do much about that, and hopefully Cavani's injury isn't too serious. But these substitutes work. Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, probably the two best players on the pitch when they came on. They really, really changed the game, added some much-needed impetus into United's attacking play, and actually got us up the pitch and allowed us to keep the ball a little bit. Because West Ham in that first half were absolutely dominating us, and we had no quality on the ball. every time we got the ball, we kept giving it away. And as you said, Graham, we've had so many of these sort of performances before where we are a reactionary team. We're someone who, has to go behind before we actually, start playing the way we know we can. And it's frustrating because when you know you can play so well, you want to play that from the very start. You don't want to be kind of wasting your time waiting until the kind of 60th, 70th minute to start playing that way, because on another day we don't get the chance that we get, and we come away with a 1-0 defeat, and we can just say, well, we played better in the second half. But you want to play better throughout the whole game, and I think that's what we're getting at. Hayder says, do you think we can win versus Leipzig? No reason why not. Especially if we play the way we did in the first leg against Leipzig, it should be pretty comfortable. Tom, thanks for joining as well. Appreciate it, Tom. Are you doing call-ins? I'm not sure if I'm doing call-ins. I'll let you know. Let you guys let me know. Is the internet holding up well? If it's holding up well, then we will try and get people on the line as usual. If it is a bit laggy or whatever, then let me know, and then we'll probably give it a miss. Rashid and Red Manx TV, thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it. Rashid says, no, that's not luck. We may come back so many times. You can tell that it is luck. That it isn't luck. Yeah, I think we'd have the comeback. We are the comeback kings, realistically. We've won more points than any other Premier League side from losing positions. I think we've won, nearly 400 points from losing positions in Premier League history. We are the best kind of comeback side in the Premier League, and there is a reason for that. And maybe it's just because it's in the United DNA. Maybe it is, maybe it's just that. I kind of don't know how to explain it, but there is a certain character about this team that I like. The fact that even when we do go down, we do end up, having a reaction. There's very few times where, we find ourselves behind at half-time and we don't see a better performance at half-time. But as I said, it's frustrating as a fan to continue having these sort of performances and having these, kind of poor performances in the first half and having to dig ourselves out of a hole in the second half. It's great to watch, but it's kind of frustrating at the same time. Yeah, I saw Cavani's injured, Kobe. That is why Solskjaer took him off. I thought he took him off tactically, but yeah, he is injured. Adam says, Man United... Oh, no, sorry. Adam says, Man United, man, I swear I'll have a heart attack watching this team. 100%. It's not good for your health. Not good for your health whatsoever. Rashid says, when the opposition team scores, it just motivates us to score more goals. I think, yeah, it gives us a kick up the arse, definitely. A kick up the arse. Graham says the difference was clear when Martial was brought off and Mata dropped on the right off midfield 4. Mata actually came on and made a difference. He really, really did. And set up Rashford's third goal with the all-important third goal, really. So yeah, really, really happy with him. And maybe that way we need to use Mata, because realistically he's not getting any younger. Maybe the best way to use Mata is actually, kind of sparingly, if you know what I mean. Ryan, thanks for joining. Ryan McSwiggan, thanks for joining. Yes, big win, he says. Ryan McSwiggan, thanks for joining, Ryan. Appreciate it as always, man.
Ryan McSwiggan is the best.
Classic United lads quote there. Or United fan focus now. Make sure to check them out if you haven't already. Graham says, Rashid, this worked against lower opposition. If we keep doing this against good teams, they'll score 3 or 4 in the first half and the game will be all over. I was thinking that today, if we played against Man City and we played like that, like we did, I think we would have got blown away in the first half. I agree with you, Graham. I think we really would have done. So, yeah, I'm happy for the win, and obviously the 3 points is all that matters. Puts us, 3 points off the top with a game in hand. And a lot of people were coming from Ollie's head. A lot of people were saying that he's not good enough, but to be fair, he's not doing too badly in the league right now. He really isn't. But I tell you what, we'll try and get people on. We'll try and get people on now. So if you want to come on, feel free to do so, and we'll see what we can do. Before we do that, actually, what I'm going to try and do is get my headphones to work, because I've noticed that while I've been back here, my headphones haven't really been working. I haven't been able to connect on Bluetooth, so I'll see what we can do. I'll use them if I... Oh no, that's why, because they're connected to my phone. That's why. Sorry. So I'll just disconnect into my phone, and then we'll get it all started. So don't worry about that. So we'll connect the headphones. We'll do all that jazz. We'll do all that business. But yeah, just keep getting ones in as we go. We can connect that now, can't we? Right, cool. We've got that. We've got the headphones connected. And now we'll put the link in. We'll see what you guys are saying, because you guys are the most important people, as I always like to say on this channel. You guys are the most important people. You're the reason we do it. So there we go. Copy the link, and I am home for Christmas, Adam. I am home for Christmas. Like Chris Rea, I'm driving home for Christmas, although I didn't drive, I got the train. But I am home for Christmas right now. I still have a bit of work to do at uni and stuff like that, but at the same time, all of that's online, so that I kind of thought, why not just come home now? It may as well just come home now and just, enjoy the Christmas spirit.
Woohoo! Let's go.
Yep. Tom, you've joined us. I'm just gonna have to. I realise that the audio's coming out of the wrong thing, but
you're on our TV, Tom.
Yeah, right. But basically, currently, I wasn't able to take my monitor back from uni, so I'm actually using the TV as a monitor. So yeah, you are currently on my TV, so that's why. But anyway, we'll start off. While I'm jigging about with this audio, actually, I'll
do. If you need someone help, I'll do something.
Hold on a second. I need to.
Owen.
Yeah, Owen, I'm back now.
Owen the tech guy. Owen the tech guy. Let's go.
Hello.
Here he is. Okay, there he is. There he is on the screen right there. Wow, yeah. I'll tell you what though, it means there's a potential for, I don't know, like a joint watch along or something. We'll see what happens.
Who knows? Although we don't have Sky anymore.
We don't have Sky anymore.
Hey, Owen's now famous. He's on the telly.
Yeah, first time for everything, Daryl. First time for everything.
Everyone's gonna be thinking they're seeing double.
No, they're not going to think we're seeing double. I've got a haircut. That's why.
You don't really look like.
I need a haircut.
I used to, and then now I
Have you
think
seen what
basically
Kobe's put in the chat?
Hey, so the big guy getting another McDonald's. I don't think he is because we don't get delivery from where we live.
I can't get it delivered to this house. We live in the back end of Beyond, so literally I can't get it delivered to the house.
But anyway, enough about where we live. Enough about where we live. We'll get on to the show, get on to the game, and obviously an important win for Manchester United, really. We'll start with you, Tom,
Yes.
who came in first. What were your overall thoughts? Obviously, I know you're someone who doesn't like to get overexcited, but it wasn't. Do you think today's win was an important win?
Absolutely. Because if you wouldn't have won today, he's lost 2 games in a row. You've got a grudge match coming up against Leipzig, and you would have been under pressure in the league because you haven't gained 3 points on teams that dropped points last week. So you'd been massively under pressure going into. But it gives us, what I mean by it is, it gives us good positivity going into the Leipzig match. I guess you could say that. But with the way Leipzig played against Munich, we're talking about mountains to climb here. I think we're going to have to climb about 5 of them. To be honest, it's massive game, especially at Leipzig as well, with it being away.
I mean,
I just don't know what to say, to be honest. But in terms of the West Ham game, don't even get me started on the first half. That was, if I'm being honest, I thought it was probably the worst we've seen all season, if I'm being honest. And I know that obviously, and I didn't want to hear the excuse of, well, West Ham have fans in the stadium. Fans doesn't really make a difference, fans or no fans, because all it is you've got 2,000 people sitting there when you've been used to nobody sitting there anyway. You've been used to just having a steward sitting there. That's it. That's all you've been used to. But
to be honest, it was no different having fans in.
Well, no, exactly. I couldn't hardly hear it anyway, to be honest.
Their atmosphere is about as flat as the Emirates, so there you
go. No, but in terms but in terms of like the whole team performance, I thought second half you could see something had changed, and the substitutions make the big difference. You can take both. You can take both. No, I'm not jumping on that bandwagon yet. We've won one. We've done 2 comebacks against Southampton and West Ham. Let's steady the boat a little bit.
2 teams on decent form this season, though.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, they are on decent form.
True.
But, I even predicted it. If West Ham were going to score, it would be a set piece. It would just be a set piece. With this shite zonal marking that we use, honestly. Why we're using this, I don't know. Just do man-to-man marking. And it would cause them so much more problems. Because you're doing this zonal marking. All they've got to do is just run through a little lad. Like, say if Fred plays, they've just got to run, probably not even through him. They could probably climb over him or jump over him and still get to the bloody ball in time. before somebody just put Maguire as somebody on the tallest player. But in terms of the whole, like I say, the performance and everything, I thought it was decent. The second half was world class, if I'm being honest. That was what you call probably a comeback, I'm being honest. The way we completely changed the game, the balls over the top towards the left-hand side, they just couldn't handle with it, really. And I think when we take into account the way that we've played probably over the course of the season, it's been ups and downs again, where it's not been consistent. And this is the thing, that if we were more consistent, we'd be top of the league right now. If we were more consistent, we'd be top of the league right now. I don't want to hear any, BS or anything. We've spent less money on attacking players than Chelsea, yet we still are managing to score goals. And Chelsea, in certain games, are iffy in terms of they'll score something just out of nothing, a goal out of nothing. But I think the first half, I'll take my hat off to West Ham. Jared Bowen turned into prime Lionel Messi on that right hand wing. Wow, where the hell that came from with him? Honestly, we're just running the show, just running absolute. But all I want to give a big shout out, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That tackle, to get back that fast.
Amazing tackle.
Sebastian Haller isn't, he's not an Andy Carroll. He can run. He's got legs. What a tackle that was, though. I think it was Sebastian Haller. No, I think it was Jared Bowen. I don't know who it was. Anyway, to be honest,
it was his fault
to get back. That was what you call world class. But no, I think like I say, with everything going into the Leipzig game, gives you more confidence with the way we played in the second half. But if we want to it's pretty much shoot or steal, smash or grab, really. We've either got to smash Leipzig out of the water, or we've just got to grab a 1-0 and just sit back. This is the thing, though. I think if we went for them, we'd probably win the game, 3-2. They would score, yeah. But if I think we've got the players to outscore them. But if you're going to just play some silly plan where you're going to do an Owen and you're going to play a 5 at the back or something, seriously, you're going to get absolutely ridiculed by players like Nkunku. Nkunku was absolutely amazing in the Bayern game, because I was flicking through both games while I was watching that.
Yeah, I was
wow, what a player
for that game. I wasn't watching the game, but I was looking at the highlights.
Yeah, like we say, it's going to be an up and down season. But Leipzig is... it's the game that I'd want to have already watched now and then played West Ham, rather than vice versa. Because that is the game that probably decides... Because if we lose the game, all the out brigade is going to be coming out, the flags, the banners are coming out and everything. I'm not just going to say all the out because we're going to Europa League. Because, if I'm being honest, I think we can beat Arsenal to the Europa League, let's be honest. The only team I'd probably be worried about
You won't beat Leipzig. We won't beat Leipzig. No, we won't beat Leipzig. No.
All right then. But we've got to hope we do.
It's
the hope that kills you. It's the hope that kills you.
Yeah, respect. I mean, as I said, I hope you're wrong, Dazza. But to be fair, because you've watched the Bundesliga, you know more about Leipzig. So I respect.
I mean, we did put 5 past
your opinion.
I thought we were watching cricket.
Respect.
I thought we were watching cricket, not football.
But
yes, that was a talk.
I don't see why Ole can't put out a decent team versus Leipzig. We can beat them if we choose to dominate the midfield. Plus, they're missing
nerve-wracking games.
Plus, they're missing Upamecano at the back, and they've been leaking goals in the Champions League. They almost drew to Başakşehir the other day, so they are open at the back. And without their main defender, I think if we played the same way we played in the second half today, I think we can totally smash them again, for sure.
I mean,
very true.
They even had the best defender, and we still smashed them. So
exactly, that's if their
really
mentality is the same as they were in the second half, and not
Rashford
the mentality that they were in the first. Because if we go into the game like that, we're going to get screwed. The mentality in the first half was totally shambles there. I
Don't
felt
play
like I
Scott
was watching.
McTominay. Don't play McTominay.
Oh no, Fred should
no.
have played.
He should have played today, exactly. Use some
Man,
Yeah, I
logic.
mean, Fred wasn't even in the squad.
No, he was on the bench, mate.
Use some logic.
He wasn't in the squad.
Was he?
He wasn't
He
in the
was
squad,
on the
no.
bench.
No, he wasn't in the squad.
He wasn't in the squad at all. It was Matic who was on the
I
bench.
thought Fred was in.
Dazza, go and check. He wasn't.
I swear he was on the bench.
Fred
He wasn't on the
wasn't
bench.
wasn't in the squad today.
He wasn't in the travelling squad. He was
And
after.
I
Oh
was
no, he was. It's because
But no,
I put
if
down who would come out with the squad, and I must have.
Matic. I want Matic
I think
over McTominay.
Oh yeah, I must have.
Yeah, and he has to go with Pogba, Van de Beek, and Bruno maybe.
Play all
in the
three.
midfield.
This is what I've been saying. Play all bloody three. I don't
But
even
he
know why you
won't.
took
He'll
Van de
stick to
Beek off.
McTominay, who's useless.
I would have took McTominay off rather than Van de Beek, if I'm being honest. And I know we would have been going really all-out attack, but West Ham didn't really do anything attacking-wise the second half anyway. So it wouldn't have really made a difference. You just had another attacking player on the field. But just play. I want to see those three. Seriously, I want to see those three. And then when he's unsuspended, Fred, that is the final person. I want to see them four players play together. And then we'll see what the scoreline ends as. Because we'll be winning a lot of games playing like that.
And another thing I've noticed is when we are playing with confidence and the team is scoring goals, the defense looks so much more solid. We don't need to be protecting them so much. I don't know why that is, but it's true. I've watched the Southampton game, and today they look so much more solid after we went into the lead. I don't know how or why that is, but yeah, if we go into the game on Wednesday or Tuesday, with a good mentality. Yeah. So if we go versus Leipzig with a good mentality and we score two goals at the start of the game, the first 20 minutes, I think we
need
can.
a fast start. If we play like we did today for a full 90 minutes, we'll beat them easily. I'll say now, we'll beat them easily. We've got more quality players than they have.
Not if we play like we did in the first half.
No, but I mean, if we play like we did in the second half, but for a full 90 minutes, we'll beat them easily.
Well, we said this after the Southampton game. We said that, why can't we play this that way for a full 90 minutes? And it's frustrating as United fans to always have to go a goal down to actually have to react and, become a better side. And I think you make a good point, Graham, where you say that, oh wait, sorry, I forgot the point. No, you said that. When we're going, when we're going, that's it. Yeah, when we're actually attacking, going forward, and looking like we did in that second half, we don't actually need to protect the back. And I think that's a very, very good point. We saw that in the second half. A defence which in the first half absolutely pulled apart. By Jared Bowen and Haller and people like that. In the second half, West Ham didn't really threaten too much. I mean, they had the ball in behind a few times, and Henderson made a save from a free kick, but West Ham didn't threaten as much as they did. And
where's Owen
it just
as well?
shows that
Where is he in it? Where's Owen?
He went out of the room.
Oh, right.
He's just left the room.
Well, Henderson still conceded. I want that apology. Henderson still conceded.
No,
I want this apology.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
I noticed. Tom. I noticed two things about Henderson. In the Southampton game, and when he came on at halftime, and today, the thing that he does differently from De Gea, I don't know if it's something to do with confidence that De Gea is lacking in off late, but have you noticed the way Henderson collects the ball? He holds onto the ball when the ball is shot from a distance, whereas De Gea makes it look like a meal all the time.
Yeah, is in distribution.
I watched it really closely today, and I saw the amount of times that Henderson held on to the ball.
Foden doesn't lace his boots. Simple as that.
Yeah, I couldn't put it better myself. Graham, carry on.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I was saying, that Henderson was so much more composed when he got the ball or the ball was shot from a distance. Otherwise, you're always on edge when the ball is shot at De Gea, he always palms the ball away or he does something crazy with his feet. and I don't know if it's something to do with his
Sounds
confidence,
like another
but
goalkeeper I know.
Henderson has been looking really solid, and if De Gea is not up to full fitness, I don't think we should risk him versus Leipzig, and I think
but
we
we
should
will.
play him.
We will, though.
We will. He'll play.
We
again.
will.
I hope
but
we don't.
don't want him to.
See, I'm
I
a
hope we
big fan
don't,
of
but
De
we
Gea, and I
probably
hope
will.
we don't. Yeah, but
Yeah, but if
Henderson
we
has
don't,
been
Yeah.
looking
if we don't play De Gea, then we're not going to win. Put it that way. If you watch
Why?
Leipzig, now I know Tom watched the Bayern game. I watched a bit of the Bayern game. I didn't watch the Bayern game because I was watching a United match, but I did see the highlights. Dortmund absolutely tortured Bayern, and Bayern are meant to have the best defence in the world because they've won the Champions League with that defence, right? The defence is always, I mean, I know this isn't the Bayern channel, but Bayern's defence is always suspect. And Leipzig just, they nullify specific players.
Yeah. If you can score
United
goals,
aren't
you've got a chance of
we
beating
will get beat.
Bayern.
We will get beat
Yeah.
if you're not careful, because Leipzig have that goal-scoring threat. Forsberg got a goal against Bayern, and Kunku, he mentioned earlier on, got himself on the score sheet. If they can score 3 goals away to Bayern, who are rather prolific at home, and Leipzig scored 3 away from home, how on earth are we expected to win at Leipzig? Because Leipzig at home, I've said it many times.
We don't need to win.
At home,
we can draw.
Yes.
We can
Even
draw.
draws are
That's
tough.
the main thing. We can draw.
Even drawing at Leipzig is tough. Leipzig are better at home than they are away. So if anyone thinks we're going to get a win out of them, you can think again, because the most we're getting out of them
on the
is a
bounce
point.
away.
The most we're getting is a point. And I'm saying it there. I'm literally just saying it there.
Yeah, and but we've won. We are prolific away too. We won 9
Yes,
on the
I know
bounce.
United.
Yeah,
I
we're
know
going to do a
United
comeback.
are prolific
We're
away.
2-0 down
Right.
half time.
Yes.
Big comebacks.
Yes. But if you look at the first half performance, our first half performance, we could have been 3 or 4-0 down by half time.
Yeah.
If you play like that in the first half against Leipzig, they will definitely be 3-0 up at half time, because they don't waste their chances all the time. They can score them. They are pretty prolific at the minute. They're about as good as Bayern are with regards to scoring stats. So if United were to come back, it would have to be some bloody comeback. Because
Sean has joined us from World.
I can't see it.
Worldwide Red Show, and he says that we can sit back and hit them on the counter. I think we can get a win this week, or at least a draw. So Sean's hopeful. But I'm going to bring in Adam Talk Sports. And make sure you check out Worldwide Red Show as well. Make sure you check them out. Great stuff on there. We're bringing you Adam Talk Sports because you have been very patient as well. But thanks for joining. But yeah, do you agree with what the guys have said about the match? How are you feeling? Obviously, you're going to be happy after a United win. But do you think that this performance somewhat papers over the cracks?
Anybody home?
This isn't Home Alone.
Adam Talk Sports, can you hear?
Home Alone.
Adam Talk Sports, can you hear us?
You there?
No, I don't think
you can see us.
Yeah, you can see us, but he's not talking.
You can see us, but
papering over the cracks, I think, has been a little bit
Do you think? So do you think I'm being harsh?
Yeah, no, I think you're being lenient.
Oh, no, right, okay.
You're pretty much putting a skyscraper on top of there, rather than some cement. Like, let's just paper over some. No, let's put a house over it. No, seriously, because we'll go and lose. If we go and lose to Leipzig, it'll be Ollie's out. But the last 2 games where we've played decently against such as Southampton and West Ham, suddenly, Ollie's at the wheel, it's, in Fergie time, all this comebacks and rubbish. Like Rashford said tonight when he did his post-match interview, we've got to stop doing it. They have got to stop doing it, because you come up against better opposition, they will punish you. It's as simple as that. And I know I made the point probably about probably
always
about
concede from set pieces as well. That's
2 months
the main
ago, and I
issue.
said, because we say Bayern Munich are the best team in the world, I said, if Manchester United, when everybody's playing to full capacity, so like Martial's on the ball, Rashford's on the ball, Fernandes, Maguire, De Gea, when everybody's at their best, we would easily be a competition. I'm not saying we'd win the game, but we'd definitely be in the game and give Bayern Munich a good run for the money. I'm not saying we'd win the game, but we'd give them a good run for the money.
Especially with their defence.
Yeah, this is what I mean, does it? They can't. They
Especially
haven't got the
with their
defence,
defence.
and they're on about selling defenders. I don't know why. I think they just keep as many as they can at the moment, or at least go and buy some.
Because half of Bayern's defence is about as good as United's. Put it that way.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
and we're on about buying half of them.
Harry
We're on about
Maguire,
buying Sule.
like Sule is just slow. He's not.
We're on about
at
buying
his
Sule.
best.
We're about buying David Alaba, getting David Alaba for free. Jerome Boateng. These are just free players. We were on about getting Thiago at one point.
Yeah.
I don't even see him playing for Liverpool anymore. Does he even play for him anymore? I think he might have retired.
He's injured.
He was injured, isn't he?
I don't know.
Talk about
That's
yeah,
what
he's
I'm
injured.
saying.
He's injured.
Oh, well, I don't know.
He's
So.
injured. Sad shame, to be honest with you. But, nah,
Sean says
Bayern
easily should have been 2 or 3
signing
down in the
defenders
first
and then
half.
getting shot at them.
There's no to win.
Yeah. Sean says easily could have been 2 or 3 down in the first half today, buzzing over the win, but of course our moments played because we don't have a manager suited for making us champions again. There we go. So Solskjaer's not the right man according to Sean.
He's not.
I remember actually. I remember watching one of these streams back where Sean made the analogy of Man United as like a cheat, almost like a cheating boyfriend that keeps getting chances. You know,
AC
someone
Milan
saying,
2.0. I've shown
yeah.
you. AC Milan
Well,
2.0.
But what I'm gonna be playing devil's advocate here. If we win our game in hand, we're level on points with the top of the table. Is that not?
Oh, come on.
Does that
Come
not
on.
change anything?
Come on, we're gonna jump. We're
I'm
gonna
just
jump
saying.
off. We're gonna jump off the bandwagon sooner or later. Seriously, we'll go on a bad run. Like we'll probably come and lose to City in the derby. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
No, it wouldn't do that.
No, because we'll probably get wiped off
you-
the park.
Yeah, you know a team that I'm really afraid of right now? If we play Leeds, we're going to get screwed. I just watched them
Leeds-
tonight
Leeds-
versus Chelsea. You saw the
Leeds.
intensity they play with.
They are
You saw
scoring
the
at the minute.
fitness.
Patrick Bamford.
You seen how fit they are? They run for the entire
Yeah.
90 minutes of the game. They never give up. And they would screw
Better
around with
not lose
Maguire.
to Leeds. I'd be annoyed if Patrick Bamford had really scored in that game.
I'm not even
Well,
kidding,
to be fair, they would be well up for it as well. Obviously, it's a bit of a rivalry between us and Leeds, so they'd be well up for it as well.
Well, I mean, we did beat
But
them 4-0 about,
Yeah.
a year ago in pre-season?
They were not playing.
Yeah,
with
but
any
the
Tom,
Tom, it's
remember that?
pre-season.
Pre-season
Pre-season,
game.
Pre-season,
my ass.
Tom.
Matter.
That's
Pre-season,
the
my
thing.
ass. They had Bamford in that team. They had players like Alioski. They had players like Cooper, Dallas. So, what's the difference?
Yeah, but
They've added more players, that's
don't-
it. That's all they've done, added more
I mean-
players.
yeah, but you don't.
And we
Oh,
added
what-
just Bruno Fernandes.
What pre-season doesn't really matter, does it? That's all about testing
Exactly.
the waters.
Yeah, but they
We're
still
talking
played a good
competitive
enough
games.
team.
They scored a goal against Chelsea. Yeah, and they've got a win at Everton as well. No one expected
did we.
that. But Everton have been crap on form.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but I
Jordan
think a few
Pickford.
people expected us to beat Everton.
Yeah, I think I'd
Pick
expect
your nose for
teams
more,
like West Brom to try and beat them. With Jordan Pickford in the back of the net.
Mm.
Talk about not
Well,
trusting a goalkeeper. I wouldn't
Yeah, he's
trust him with a
hopeless.
packet of crisps, let alone a football.
Yeah. Although to be fair, for England, he's not that bad. It's just for Everton. I don't know. He's one of those players that plays better for his country than he does for his club. One player that we can talk about for that, Paul Pogba. But today he scored an absolute banger, 35 yards out.
Yeah, he put himself in the shopping window for Madrid.
Well,
Big spend. Big spend.
Hey, I tell you what. I mean, that's not fair. If he can score goals like that for the rest of the year, then I'm happy for him to do that. But what did you guys think of his performance overall? In my kind of in my opinion, in the first half, I think Pogba didn't have a great game, but obviously I feel like he is kind of a moments player. He's someone who we know has the quality and can produce those sort of moments, and he did today. But at the same time, I don't think his overall performance was too good. What did you guys think of it?
I think we should have switched him and Van der Beek round in the first half, position-wise. Pogba was playing deep and Van der Beek was playing in the Fernandes role. Van der Beek was getting bullied by Declan Rice in there. If you'd have put Pogba there, he's not going to shove Declan Rice isn't going to shove Pogba off the ball, let's be honest. And the way he was driving the ball forward was something different. And I think it's something he's definitely improved on, because last year he would have played the ball either backwards or sideways. Now he's running at people. He's actually driving the ball forward through the midfield, through a deeper position, which is something that he used to do for Juventus, but from more of a left-sided midfield role rather than a CDM role. Like I've been saying it for a while. If we play a diamond system, you can play Fernandes, Van der Beek, Pogba, and the final one, you've got to pick one out of Matic, McTominay and Fred. And the best one out of the rest is Fred. That is it. So you play all four of them in a team. If he could play against Leipzig, if he could have, I would have done that. I would have played those four players. If they are all fit to play the game, play them all four of them. But no, the one thing that annoyed me the most was, I was annoyed when Cavani came off, but obviously now we know the situation. Because if he wasn't injured, I honestly don't know how Martial stayed on the field, to be honest. I honestly don't know how he stayed on the field.
Yeah, he was the worst player on the
pitch.
Because
if we're being... Yeah, like exactly what Daz is saying there. Worst player on the pitch. If you're going to play a front three, I think we can see now. I think we can see now what our attacking line should be. Rashford from the left, Greenwood from the right, Cavani through the middle. It's as simple as that. Martial has to be dropped because you've had the balls to drop players like Pogba for a couple of weeks now. You've not even been giving Van der Beek any time to play. You've been playing Scott McTominay over him, for crying out loud, who has been absolutely cack. You're playing rubbish players over quality players. And then you want to use all these other, excuses. Oh, his chance is going to come soon enough. He's probably going to want to go back on a plane to the Netherlands rather than play before he can even get a game. That's the funny thing. But if we're going to properly play a system, play a diamond and play all three of them together, because we're talking about trying things. I wouldn't necessarily have done it against Leipzig because it's a game we have to win. So go with something that you know already works, like what you played today, but use the second half for a full 90 minutes. Don't change too much in the game. But I think a massive blow is Cavani. A massive blow is Cavani for me. I think what he brings you those runs. And I was seeing a couple of times when Tellers got forward and he was playing the little chip ball towards the near post, and Cavani makes those near post runs. And when the ball just goes into dangerous areas, he's always there. It's, the link-up play that he has with pretty much most of the players in the team, I'm going to be honest, is amazing. He's only been here for a while. And say this man's not played football for 7 months, he can still move around and be mobile on the football field. I'll say that for a fact. And people who have always said that, Martial's my number 9, this and that, the other. Well, I will say it hand on heart. Cavani should be the number 9. No questions asked anymore. People will say, he's going to come in and be an Igalo type player. Igalo's on his way back to China. Cavani's taking that spot, and Cavani and Martial need to switch, because when we played Martial through the middle, what did he actually do? Let's be honest. What did he actually do when we played him through the middle? I didn't see him assist anybody. I didn't see him score. I didn't see him do anything. I just saw him stood up there like a little plonker. Seriously, we just stood up there, and then as soon as he did his groin, when he went off the field, we played a lot better. We went on and won the game.
Do you think Martial is a form player?
Yes. If he's not, 100%. Because when he's scoring goals and everything, he links up better with people. He's happy. Even when we gave him the goal, Rashford gave him a goal against Leipzig. He gave him a free penalty. So even scoring a goal has not got his confidence up. So what the hell do you have to do?
I think even Greenwood is a form player. In my opinion.
Greenwood's a player.
I think he's gonna go on a crazy run of form now.
Yeah, the thing with Greenwood is he's a player who isn't gonna have his name mentioned a lot by the commentator. like Greenwood's running at so and so. Greenwood's, lovely ball by Greenwood, for example. But he comes up in moments that are key in a game. Like, he'll play a brilliant pass and then your counter-attack's off. Or he'll play, a brilliant pass through for somebody else to score. So assist play. Or just linking up, like, 1-2 football. We're going back to, like, the basics of football here. Just one, give and go. It was working. Because I saw it when Wan-Bissaka played the ball into Van der Beek. Little flick round the corner, right, you're off. But if we're going to talk about winning, people are already jumping the gun, and I saw it on Twitter where people are saying, "Oh, Man United, we're going to go on a run now. We're going to win the title." Come on, just come on. Like, we're going to jump off of the bandwagon. The whole train wreck is coming from Manchester City. Guardiola, Pep is out for blood in that match. I'm telling you. 3 times we did him last season. He did the whole putting the 2 fingers up twice. 3 times. You can put the 3 fingers up this time. 3 times we did. Ollie did him, but he did him for the full 90 minutes. Let's not be here. Completely did Pep for 90 minutes, and that's very hard to do. The only person who's got to do it on is Klopp, and then you could say he's done it with everybody because he has done it with everybody. But if we're going to talk about winning league titles and everything, we've got to keep clean sheets. It's as simple as that. If we're not going to keep clean sheets, you come up against a team like if we played Chelsea tonight, the game would have probably ended on 3-2 or something to Chelsea, to be honest, because they have the players that can score you goals. And we're talking about scoring goals, yeah, but if you want to win matches, by all means, keep playing the way that we are. You'll win matches, but you won't win the big matches that mean something, that define a season, like getting top 4 or not, winning a title or not. So if you want to do those kind of things, by all means, play the way that you are. But if you want to excel and get onto the next level, then you've got to defend properly. You've got to keep teams out for 90 minutes. And we can talk all we want about leadership. I don't even want to talk about Harry Maguire, to be honest. Who decided he was a captain? Honestly, he couldn't captain.
Probably the £80 million price tag, to be honest.
He couldn't lead a herd of cows into a field, let alone lead a football team. It's as simple as, like I'm saying, because you talk about this zonal marking shite and everything. This is stuff from 20 years ago, zonal marking. Why are we still using it now? The game's more modern, man-to-man marking. If you'd have put Harry Maguire or Cavani, for example, on Declan Rice wouldn't have got that flick on and would have probably won the game, 3-0? That's how it would have ended, probably. If you would have taken West Ham's goal away, that's it. And I said to you, if we're going to score, it'll be a set piece. And every single team now, from the last 2 league games, we've conceded from a set piece. So it's as simple as that. And if you want to talk about keep winning titles, the basics are learn how to defend a set piece. If you can't do that, you can do these silly things where you're making last-ditch challenges before a player's completely in, like Wan-Bissaka. Basics of football. Mark a player, mark them out of the box. Simple.
That second goal from PSG was probably the worst set-piece goal I've ever seen.
Oh, exactly. That was stingy as hell.
So bad.
Yeah.
God,
Man United never
score
score them kind of goals. We never score those kind of goals. Just a little smash and grab.
We've only ever scored one goal from a corner. We've only scored one goal from a corner, right? About 56, 57 corners. But just...
Yeah, and with the height we've got on our team as well.
We concede goals, we don't score.
Yeah. It is frustrating, obviously. I want to say as well, thanks to Man Like Mo for joining, appreciate it. And yeah, thanks to everyone who has joined and commented and stuff. I'm going to try and bring Adam Talk Sport in again, because obviously it didn't work out last time. But I'm not sure if, because I thought I saw you trying to speak, but we can't hear what you're saying. So if you are speaking, I'm sorry, we can't hear what you're saying. So I'm not sure if that's if that's the mic or yeah, it might be that. But I'm not sure. If you are speaking, I do apologise. We haven't really been able to hear what you've been saying, so yeah, I apologise for that. But I'll read a few of the comments and I'll come to you in just a second. Mo says he's not expecting anything less than 4th because Ollie can't make us challenges. Yeah, well, I think Well, right now we're in top 4, which actually not a lot of people are talking about, but we are in top 4 right now. Obviously, I don't want to lower the expectations, but at the same time, when was the last time we were in top 4? I don't think we've been in top 4 this season, so it's the first time for everything. First time for everything. So I guess that's another positive. And well, I think obviously we talked about a bit about Van der Beek, and I think today he did get a little bit of a lesson in the physicality of the Premier League and the Eredivisie. And I think in Solskjaer probably. I mean, to be fair, when I heard that Van der Beek was coming off, I was a little bit confused, but actually it turned out to be a decent decision. I thought based off the first half that someone like either McTominay or Paul Pogba should make way for Bruno Fernandes, because I didn't think they had the best first half.
McTominay should have gone.
Yeah, I think, but I was so surprised to see Van der Beek. Yeah, no, Martial definitely. I think Martial should have. I was thinking that Cavani should have stayed on, and Martial should have been the one to come off, and obviously he got injured as well.
Yeah, both of them got injured. Who the hell are you going to use as a centre forward option? I think at one point we were playing Mata as a false 9. At one point in the game, it got that bad. What are we going to do against
I actually thought he took off Greenwood and Marshall for Bruno and Rashford. I thought that was a good move, but then I saw that he took off Cavani and Van der Beek, and I was like,
yeah. No, I saw at half time. I saw it said that Cavani and Van der Beek came off, and I was like surely you've watched that game and seen how Martial is playing and how McTominay is playing. I don't understand, but and we got the result. In the end of the day, we got the result. So Ollie's the one laughing at the end of the day. He got the result. But yeah, for now.
It better not be laughing in midweek if we lose. If he's laughing in injury.
Oh yeah. He's smiling, saying, "Hey, what could we do? What could we do, lads? What could we do? Leipzig are too good for us."
League. Let's go and have a nice evening in Prague. Prague,
rather than going to better in the Europa League. I don't understand it.
Well, I mean, we did, and then we did, and then we got to the quarterfinals and semi-finals. I mean, I think in the quarterfinals and semi-finals, I think there was some sort of stat where we had like 30 odd shots or something, and we didn't score from open play. I think we scored 2 penalties, one against Sevilla, one against Copenhagen, and then Sevilla just like poor defending against Sevilla. Just I feel like if we actually played well, like that Europa League was there for the taking for us. I know that's annoying.
That's the thing that I would want more, really, really. Like the biggest point probably for this season is to probably win a trophy, and
that'd be good
to top the whole season off, get top 4 and win a trophy. I would accept that as being a good.
Why not win the league, Tom? Why not win the league?
Oh come on, win the league.
Win the
league. You're not going to hear that song for probably another 6-7 years. Happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's Owen in the back. By the way, just for anyone, that is Owen in the back.
Not with Henderson in that, we're not anyway. Not with Henderson.
We know that.
Yeah. Tom says we wouldn't win a league with Henderson in net. What was your response?
My response is, Tom, Henderson first start tonight. Manchester United 3, West Ham 1.
So?
How about that?
So? Who was he playing against? He was playing against Sebastian Haller and Jarrad Bowen. He's not playing against Mbappe and Neymar here. Let's be honest. Come on.
He's saying they're not playing against Mbappe and Neymar.
He conceded against Besiktas here, did he not?
Bowen twisted Telles like he was Mbappe today. Did you see him? He was like he twisted like a bottle top.
What?
Right.
Oh yeah, but I thought 5 at the back was supposed to work anyway.
5 at the back wasn't used. Yeah. I mean, I don't think we played 5 at the back in a while.
Out the window.
It is. I think it is. To be fair.
The plans are getting chucked out the window.
It's a wonder why we go 1-0 down every game.
Do we win the game though?
Because of no mark.
He said, "Do we win the game though?"
Oh great, we win the game. Yeah, Captain Hindsight.
Yeah, that's all they care about. Win the game, get results, get up the table. I couldn't care. I couldn't care if we won the game 1-0 for the rest of the year. We'd win the league, would we not? We're winning 1-0 every single week. 3
points at the end of the day.
Exactly, 3 points.
Okay, I'm just intrigued. Do you think De Gea would have saved that free kick today?
Yes.
That Henderson made?
Yes. I don't think it was going in anyway. I think it would go into the post. If that was free
any
hit,
keeper would have saved
I
it.
think it's going to the post. I think it'll hit the post. I don't know if it'll go in, but it'll hit the post.
I think kicks.
Well, I mean, obviously De Gea's not had a good time with free kicks, so you couldn't guarantee anything really, to be honest, on De Gea's form of free kicks.
Especially
Right
not
now.
with De Gea, you couldn't guarantee he saves anything.
Come on, Owen, man. Come on. Let's not do this.
Be respectful.
Be respectful, exactly. Tom said be respectful.
No,
Well, I'm respectful. He's
his
been a
confidence.
great servant for the club.
De Gea's won Premier League titles here. What's Henderson won here? I don't even think he's won a medal. He's not won a medal. He's won a youth medal.
He won the youth cup. Won the youth cup with Pogba
Youth Cup.
and
Let's go.
and what's his name? Ravel Morrison, who is now at Lazio. No, he's not. He's at Sheffield United.
Sheffield United, but he can't get a game.
He was up.
But yeah,
he was up Bobber, but can't play.
Yeah,
Anyways,
well.
yeah,
I mean, you had
off.
Adama Traore at one
Kieran?
point.
Cheers, Graham, man. Cheers for coming on,
cheers.
Graham. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
No worries.
we
And,
haven't got a bloody release clause either. No release clause, which is annoying.
Oh God. Roll on Leipzig. Let's go.
roll on
Let's
Leipzig.
go.
Roll on.
God help us.
Before we do though, we have to when we do win, you got to bring in the legends to the table, and one legend just joined us, Sean from Worldwide Red Show. Sean,
he is.
thanks for joining. Thank you for joining.
McSauce.
What's going on? Oh, yes.
Let's
Listen,
have some McSauce.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like some Scotty McPassion to talk about another comeback. You know?
Oh, well.
Hey, listen, guys. I put in the comments earlier, you had a banger from Pogba. You had a disgusting touch and finish from Mason. By the way, take that, the kid that was talking about Foden's better than Mason. Have one, man. You crazy. Then I don't know if you guys saw Juan Mata's
He only
pass.
managed an assist to miss Foden.
Jeez.
Foden only
That-
managed
I'm
an assist
telling
against
you,
Burnley.
That last 30 minutes should have been age restricted because there was footy porn going on all up and down. That's what we are.
Jesus.
We're big.
Oh,
we're Moments FC. And I'm telling you, these players, who people like to slate, they're single-handedly keeping this guy in a job.
No, 100%. I think. I mean, to be fair, you talk about Paul Pogba. You talk about Paul Pogba
Where
and
does that come
I don't know what's happened there, but no, you talk about Paul Pogba, and obviously he got his first Premier League goal this season with a 30-yard thunderbolt. But what did you make of his overall performance?
First half, I didn't think he played bad, but I didn't think anyone played good. For about 60 minutes, I was ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I thought we were not
I
playing.
turned up to watch Bayern.
Hey, it could have been 2 or 3-0,
Yeah.
I mean,
Could have done.
you had what's the one guy's name? Fornals, maybe he hit the post. Was
Yeah,
that his
he did,
name?
yeah.
Oh, weird.
Pablo Fornals, yeah.
Yeah.
He
hit
was
the post.
unlucky with that camp.
Yeah. I mean, we could have been down a lot more.
Allaire was clean through and slipped.
Yep. I feel like you have
Yeah.
some people in
I
here,
love that.
some pundits who live rent free in my head with statements like Pogba should have been playing forward and Donny back. I feel like that Donny never really got into the game, and this is probably one of the first times I felt he didn't play that well. However, I just think that when you have a Pogba, Scotty McPassion double pivot, I just don't like it because Pogba's not going to put the hard yards in a lot when it comes to that, and Scott's not a good defender, and so. But the fact is he's one of Ollie's favorites. Scotty. I'm sure he's Scotty, and you got Rashy.
Yeah, can we just say as well how much could you see the difference without Fred in this team today?
Oh, absolutely. Freddie was missed today.
We played
Freddie
Tack
Kruger.
instead.
Freddie Kruger in the middle of the
Hey, and
park.
by the way, for everyone who I know is probably going to be slating Martial out, because for this FIFA generation, if
Well, he
someone
was
doesn't
terrible.
score or doesn't assist, then they just throw a fit. Is that Owen giving me love?
That is Owen in the background. He's wearing hats.
Big Owen.
He's
Oh,
he's
Owen
giddy.
Oh, listen.
Come on,
When
United.
that Pogba shot went in, Owen had a Poggasm. He just started twitching all over the place. But I'll tell you what, when Bruno slipped Rashford through, Martial will score that.
Mm.
And if he would have been playing down the middle, getting that type of service, he would have scored today. So we're just such a moments team. Martial's low on confidence right now, so he needs to get a goal. Rashford should have scored that one, and then, of course, he did score the other one, so I'm glad for that. But, guys, again, it's not even to the point of agenda anymore. It's just like, in my mind, I think, what will we do with a world-class manager? I think we have better players than we think. I think with the right system and right manager, I think we would be challenging for a title. And I want to challenge for a title. And with our players, I'm not saying we can't because the league is crazy and people are getting hurt and all this kind of stuff. But let's not kid ourselves. Anyone that says, okay, Ole is good enough when it comes down to it, take the agenda out. Because I love the guy too. I celebrate him as a legend. I get all that. But we're talking about a manager. Like, since when is he now bigger than what's best for the club? The same stuff that these top Reds cry about players, they think they're bigger than the club. They think so does Ole. Well, he knows what it's like to be us. He's one of us. He was a Liverpool fan before he came to United. At the end of the day, for me, my agenda is whatever's best for Manchester United. And when it's obvious that we have an interim coach who is having the time of his life. And I hope he wins the lot.
I told you, Sean, he's not a coach. He's a scout or director.
But he should not be the main manager at the biggest club in England, in my opinion. So, listen, I hope it works out. And I'll be the first one to say if he wins a big title, I'll sing Ole's at the wheel with my shirt off. But at the end of the day, I just, like I said, I'm not like to go beating on the horn because I just think they're going to keep bailing him out. And what we're going to see is we're going to have 4 or 5 good games. Everyone's going to sing Ole's the wheel. We told you, sit down, Ole outers, sit down, haters, and all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to lose to Istanbul.
Like the new Mark Goldbridge, man.
I don't want to see this, where we're going to go on a run now, and we're going to win, I don't know, 5 or 6 games on the trot, and then it's, let's extend his contract.
Oh, no, we can't do that.
No, see the contracts out, and then let somebody take over.
Yeah, does anyone know when his contract runs out?
Next January. Not this January, the following January.
When it expires.
Yeah.
2021.
How I feel about it is that I feel that in some respects he's done a good job and that he's supposed to be the stopgap, right?
2022, yeah, sorry.
He's done that. I think he's reached his ceiling. Let somebody else who really has a clue now, come in. And
I don't know how he'd be able to reach his ceiling unless he was 7 foot tall. But
no, there's a virus going around. Don't worry.
Cyber attack.
Yeah, we know.
No plans in the Word document. No, just a blank document. Let's go.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's like when my computer wasn't feeling very well the other day. It was it had a virus.
It's like Sean was saying though, where he was saying about with these players and everything. If you take the amount of attacking players Chelsea have, Lampard would not have Chelsea top of the league right now. Let's be honest. Some of these players are playing off of instinct. And they've brought some great injury-prone players at the moment. Like they've brought Ziyech. I think he's played about 3. He plays 3 games on average, and then he's out for like 2 or 3 games. They bought Kai Havertz for over 75 million, and he barely even plays. And we're talking about spending money. What? And I understand, obviously, we want to buy
spend it wisely.
Yeah, spend it wisely. This is Upamecano for £38 million.
Don't spend 80 million on a fridge.
That is wise. 38
I mean,
million
who pays
£8
million for a fridge? You could get one for 130 quid. I mean, come on. 80 mil for a fridge when you could get it for
To be fair, I didn't think Maguire was that bad today. I thought Maguire
he hasn't been that bad in a while. He's a few more months away from ever becoming Harry Beckenbauer again.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I just think what he needs to do is worry about playing. Take the captain's armband off of him, give it to a real captain named Bruno, Let him pay whatever fine. Listen, he doesn't offer to pay off the police, allegedly. So just let him pay the Greece cops whatever he needs to pay and get on with it.
That's the funny thing as well. We're not even hearing anything about that anymore.
Yeah. Funny how that happens when, you've got a lot of money involved.
This is what I mean. It boils down to money. Everything is money now.
Yeah, but do you really think if his name was I don't know, if his name was Joe Bloggs, he wouldn't have got stopped. But because his name's Harry Maguire and he plays for Man United, he gets stopped. That's all. I'm not. That's allegedly.
I think Joe Bloggs would have got stopped and all.
Well, who knows?
Kieran's a key witness.
Yeah, I'll defend Harry. I'll defend. He can't defend. I'll defend him.
Believe it when I see it.
Yeah, you'll see me out there in Greece with a great tan. Maybe not a tan, maybe a burn. But I'll be out there in Greece. I'll be defending him, and we'll get him off. We'll get him off.
Don't want to get the aloe out.
I doubt that because we're not.
United Alex and Football Crew Show, thanks for joining us. He says the bench wins us games. Well, today it certainly did. Rashford coming on and Bruno Fernandes.
Did against Southampton.
Yeah, it's true. But would you say that Rashford and Bruno Fernandes are usually bench players?
No.
I'll give Ollie credit.
No,
I think that he's making some earlier subs that he hasn't planned already, which is good. So, for that, I give the manager credit. And people keep saying this. People say this. It gets on my nerves. People say, well, he's learning. You're the manager of Manchester United. You should already have time to learn on the job. He's been the manager 10 years. Talk about he's learning. We don't have time for you to learn. Go back to UEFA. Get whatever extra licenses you need, and then reapply.
The funny thing is, Patrice Evra actually has more coaching experience in terms of qualification than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had.
That's incredible.
He's black. He's never got that opportunity. Listen, I'm not playing a race card. I'm just being serious. You think for a second Ollie was black, he would have got the same chance that he's got? Why not Mark and Cole or someone? Why not? I'm just saying.
Well, exactly. Paul Ince obviously famously said he could have done the same thing as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He didn't get a job. I'm not sure if he.
Joker though.
That is true. That's true. He should stick to punditry, and then there's a reason why you don't see much of the pundit anymore. But anyway, we're moving on from that. Football Crucial says too early to see we can be title contenders. I'd say top 4 contenders in my opinion. Still a long way to go. Let's take it one game at a time. Football is a funny old game. It is a funny old game. I think to be fair,
I want to see these fans get back in the stadium and then see the impact that has on players.
If you watch that game today and think that suddenly we're gonna we're going on a title charge or whatever, then I think there is a little bit of delusion there. Obviously, I don't mind a bit of positivity, a bit of optimism, but realistically, that first half.
I don't know what any of you are talking about.
We're turning into Owen.
No one wants that. Apart from Owen, I guess. But yeah, no, I think realistically, you can't win a title from being that consistent from not only game to game, but from half to half. We're not even being inconsistent from game to game anymore. We can't even have a consistent 90 minutes. So that's the one thing that does worry me, to be fair, because I feel like we discussed it a bit earlier. If we played a Man City or a Liverpool in that first half, it could have been absolute curtains.
It would have been a cricket game, not a football game. Let's say that it would have been a cricket game if it were a full fit Liverpool or Manchester City team from a couple of years ago,
or even Leeds. Even Leeds.
Oh, come on! What is this hype around Leeds?
The devil is a liar. Listen,
let me say this: if Leeds did not have Marcelo Bielsa as the manager, if Bielsa wasn't the manager of Leeds, Leeds would not be doing as well as they are now. If they had Tony Pulis managing them,
they wouldn't even be in the Prem.
Exactly, they wouldn't even be in the Prem. They wouldn't have even made it out.
In League One.
Well, in all fairness, Arsenal has Tony Pulis, the top is Pulis, and they're
no. I've been saying who they've got running the club. They've got Jose 2.0. Jose wannabe. Oh, the game tomorrow. Who's the real Jose?
That's quality.
Who is the real Jose
tomorrow? Wednesday, I've got him.
Hey, who knows? Obviously,
Sheffield Wednesday doing rubbish.
That's one of the
We're
best
gonna beat
things about
City,
winning.
by the way, so you guys need to go ahead and get ready for that.
Listen, if we beat City, I think we go like 6 points. I mean, I don't know the table off by heart, but I think we're already
The funny
ahead of
thing
City
is,
if
we've
we beat
got a
them.
game in hand as well on all these teams. I know it sounds ironic.
We're gonna win the league.
Wait, are we on 19 points? I think we're on 19 points, aren't we? Or is it 18?
Well, I thought we were on 20. Are we on? Oh no, maybe 19.
well-
Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, we're two.
I think it's
no,
19.
I
know we're in the
3
top
points
four,
off
but there's
the
some
league.
teams that are on the same amount of points.
So the table currently reads United on 19 points, Chelsea with their
Right,
win
yeah.
go on to 22. So we're currently 3
But
points
we
off
have
the
a
top
game
with
in
a
hand
game in
in all
hand.
these teams. Exactly. We have
So-
a game in hand on such as Liverpool.
But that game in hand's Burnley, so we're not winning that.
Wait,
Yeah,
is it
yeah,
at home
no,
or away?
I think it's away.
then
Away
I'm
to Burnley.
Oh, yes, good. Right, we're going top of the league. Let's go. We're not beating them at home.
So suddenly, Tom, you turn into
Mate, we never beat
top of the
Burnley
league.
at home. That's the thing.
No, I'm saying we won't
we
beat them at home.
beat Burnley away though.
Very rarely.
Burnley.
beat
That's
them.
what I mean. We beat them away, but we won't
Yes,
beat
but
them
we
at home.
don't beat them at home.
Football Crucial asks an important question, and I'm gonna make it the final question because we have been live nearly an hour and a bit, but it's been very very fun.
God, don't know.
Anyway, Football Crucial, the all important question: Can we beat Can we win the Manchester derby next weekend?
No.
We'll start with you. We'll start with you, Daz, down in Middlesbrough.
I think you mean up in Middlesbrough.
In the
It's not.
Up in Middlesbrough. Well,
It's not.
I didn't do geography. All right? I didn't do geography. Listen, Daz, answer the question. Save me my blushes. Daz, please save me. Please save me. Can we win the Manchester derby?
Well, yeah. First of all, we're in the northeast, you're in the southeast.
Correct.
There you go. There's your geography lesson.
Thank you very much. When do I invoice you for that geography lesson? By the way,
You're paying COVID rates too. Don't forget it.
Whenever.
yeah.
Anyway, we seem to play well against Man City, but I don't know. It's just with this defence because City are dangerous from set pieces, and last time we beat them 2-0, but we've got players, some different players that Van der Beek might even start. I hope McTominay doesn't get a start because I think he's just a bloody same as Sean. He's just a passionate sod who's about as useful as I am on a football pitch. And I'm not particularly good, put it that way. But, against City it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but I think we'll get a draw. I don't think we'll beat them this time. I think as long as we get at least a point, I'd be
Wait,
happy.
is it at home or is it away?
I think it's at home.
Oh, well, we're screwed.
It's at Old Trafford.
Yeah, we're screwed. We're screwed. Yeah, we're screwed. We're not going top of the league
To be
anymore.
honest, yeah, we don't have a. Well, no, we beat them 2-0 at home last season. Our home
Yeah, there
record's
was
never been good.
fans at the point. That's the excuse
Whenever there's
now.
not fans, we're at a disadvantage. But see, City always plays without fans, so it's not.
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
But
Yeah. The thing is, it's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. I mean, look at their stadium.
There's a 90-minute
empty
silence
bed.
at the Emirates every
I mean, they
week.
have fans there, but you never know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
No, it's not. It's not.
Well,
It's not the 1 minute silence. It's the 90-minute silence.
Yeah, they're the most respectful club in the Premier League. Most respectful club in the Premier League, to be fair to them.
Not
But,
like
yeah,
Millwall, who booed a bloody players taking a knee.
Oh yeah, that's obviously that's another matter. That's another matter for another day. But yeah, I mean to be fair, the train I took today went past Millwall Stadium as they're playing. I mean, it's a pointless fact, but as we've got brought up Millwall, may as well bring it up. Why not? Why not? But Sean, finally, I'll come to you. Do you think we can beat Man City?
Oh no, we're going to beat City in the derby.
Oh, come on.
Because here's the thing: we're going to sit back. We're going to hit them.
Sit back, yeah.
Here's the bad thing.
Five at the back. Let's go.
Go ahead.
And we're gonna go
prepare
3-0
yourself
down.
for the punishment and the pain now, because what's going to happen is we're going to win, and the king of championship quality, Sir Daniel of James of Wales, is going to score. Watch, we're going to hit them on the counter. We're going to get in behind Daniel James and Rashford, and we're going to nick them 2-1. Well, I'm telling you that this is the story of this manager's life and career. And then everyone will say, what, Pepu, the bald fraud, can't beat our PE teacher, but our PE teacher can't beat Sean Dyche. So calm down.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, listen, if that happens, we're gonna clip this up and I'm gonna make it my pinned tweet on Twitter, and it'll stay my. If you get this pretty right, Dan James scores the winner. I mean, I'm predicting. I reckon he goes past Otamendi, goes past whoever's in the
play for him anymore.
Do they not? Okay, well that shows how much I've been paying attention.
He plays for Benfica.
He's going to run past John Stones if he's still alive.
John Stones and Ruben Diaz. There you go. There's someone I know. Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, and then he blazes his shot over to the Etihad.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, Daz. If you watch the goal he scored against, if you watch the goal he scored in the Nations League, I mean, it was a superb goal. It's Ryan Giggs-esque, I like to say. But anyway,
I mean, but
I had to do it.
He would never score goals like that.
Well, I hope Dan James is watching, and I hope this has lit a fire under his belly. I hope he's taking motivation from this. Dazza says you can't do it, Dan. You can do it, Dan. Trust me, you're my boy. But anyway, I'm going to end it here, guys, because it's getting a little late over here. But thank you very much to everyone for joining. Really do appreciate it. And it's always great to kind of have a chat and debate, have a fun. Let's have a laugh, really, after a good win. Always good to do, especially in these times as well. But I want to thank Dazza, I want to thank Tom, I want to thank Sean from Worldwide Red Show as well. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already. And I want to thank Adam Talk Sport as well for coming on. Really do appreciate it. And all of you guys that commented and liked, subscribed, all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe to all the channels mentioned, as I usually do. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much, and take care of yourself. Cheers.